I'll just quickly introduce myself, and then I'll allow Elisa to introduce herself because we'll be presenting this together. So my name is Kelsey Marshman. I'm one of the counselors at Counselling Services. We're typically located in the Parker building on the second floor, but are continuing to work from home right now. But we will be giving you information throughout this presentation about how our services are currently running and information about us and how to get a hold of us. And just before I go to the next slide, I'll see if Elisa would like to also introduce herself.
Thanks, Kelsey. So I'm Elisa, I'm another counselor at Laurentian. Je vais présenter l'information en français et aussi elle est disponible. Vous allez voir l'information est présentée en anglais et en français.
Okay. I'll go to the next slide here. So counseling services. So as I mentioned, our services are currently being offered virtually, but you can definitely refer to our counseling page on the Laurentian website. It continues to be updated with our service delivery as well as additional resources. So just to give you a little bit of information about what we do, counselors, we listen and work with you to address personal issues and mental health concerns that may be interfering with your success as a student. Because of course, our goal is to make your journey here at Laurentian as best as possible, and we are here to help you through anything that you may be experiencing that could be interfering with that, especially given the recent circumstances of the virtual delivery of courses. We're here to help you, even if it's through the phone. And how can I make an appointment? So this is a question that often comes up with students just wanting to know how they can get in contact with us. So typically we would want you to kind of drop into our office and come right up to the desk. But right now we're asking if you'd like to book an appointment that you can either give us a call or send us an email. All of that information's on the screen right now. And of course, if you're unable to remember it or not able to take it down on time, again, going to our website, so going to laurentian.ca/counseling, all of this information will be there as well. But I always find the email is the easiest thing to remember because it's just counseling@laurentian.ca. And we get back to you very quickly and work with you to accommodate an appointment that would best work for your schedule.
Comment puis-je me préparer pour un rendez-vous? Parfois, on n'est pas certain à quoi s'attendre. Donc, c'est utile d'avoir préparé peut-être des préoccupations spécifiques ou des enjeux que vous aimeriez discuter. Donc, nous, on est ouvert à discuter n'importe quel problème, puis vous guider pour trouver les ressources puis les services qui seront les plus appropriés selon vos besoins. Si vous aviez un objectif spécifique que vous voulez discuter, nous vous invitons à partager ça avec nous aussi. Donc, la première visite, c'est pas une visite comme on y pense traditionnellement, qu'on se voit face à face, mais plutôt au virtuel. Mais peu importe, on passera 30 à 45 minutes à parler avec vous. On va réviser les procédures pour la prestation de services en virtuel, puisque c'est un peu différent. On peut vous donner aussi des renseignements à ce que vous pouvez vous attendre au processus de counseling. On va certainement discuter de vos problèmes et vos soucis pour mieux comprendre la situation et vos besoins. Et enfin, on établira un plan d'intervention pour pouvoir voir comment on peut vous offrir du soutien, comment on peut vous aider avec vos objectifs pour le counseling. Nous avons habituellement aussi une clinique de counseling individuel sans rendez-vous. À cause de la pandémie, en ce moment, nous n'avons pas le service que vous pouvez présenter sans rendez-vous. Ce qu'on a quand même, c'est les conseillères sont disponibles pour répondre à vos questions ou pour une consultation. Donc, si jamais vous êtes en détresse ou en situation d'urgence puis vous voulez du soutien, vous n'avez qu'à appeler notre bureau ou envoyer un courriel. Et nous avons quand même des rendez-vous chaque jour, du lundi au vendredi, de 13h à 15h, où on peut vous offrir du soutien le jour même.
Okay, and just to talk a little bit about the Inquiring Mind workshop. So Cynthia did mention this briefly during her introduction because she is also a facilitator of the Inquiring Mind workshop, as are Elisa and myself. So the Inquiring Mind is a half-day workshop for post-secondary students that focuses on increasing mental health awareness, reducing the stigma of mental illness, offering resources to maintain positive mental health, and increasing resiliency. And what is amazing about this workshop, as I said, the focus is post-secondary students. So all of the slides are very geared towards what you may be experiencing as a student. And now the workshop is being offered virtually. I've done one workshop, and this week Elisa and Cynthia have been offering one to the graduate students. So it's a really great way to be engaged, learn a little bit about how to recognize maybe mental health changes within yourself or within a friend, classmate, family member. And we also give a lot of great resources, as I shared, of what you can do in those moments of distress to ensure that you're maintaining positive mental health. And typically when these workshops are coming up, you'll see that in your communications email. So ensure that you do open those and read those, because that'll give you some information of how you could register for the next workshop. And Jason's also an amazing facilitator for this workshop as well. So the more people we can have registered, the better, because I know all of us really enjoy giving this workshop since it's such great information and filled with so many nice things to share. So we hope we can also see you virtually during one of these workshops as well. And I just wanted to also talk about WellTrack. So WellTrack is a free online tool that will help students develop skills to self-monitor their well-being, as well as skills to manage problems related to stress, anxiety, and depression. So this is something that you can go to, as you can see the website on your screen, or it's also an app that you can download on your phone, which I think is a great tool to have, because unfortunately we're always on our phones and probably always have our phones nearby. So I think the app is a really great way to have this app, and it's free for all Laurentian students. So if you log in with your Laurentian email and register that way, it'll be completely free to you. And I think as a previous student myself, if something was free, I was on board for that. And as I said, there's a lot of great workshops within this app about stress, resiliency, anxiety. There's a mood tracker, which is a really great feature, because sometimes we might be feeling overwhelmed or sad or anxious and we're not sure why. So by tracking that mood, you can really gain a better understanding of why am I feeling this way and when, and going through the different trainings that are on there. There's a space called the Zen Room where you can practice some mindfulness activities. There's also a public speaking app where you can kind of practice public speaking if that's something that makes you nervous or anxious. And especially given the virtual delivery of courses, I think a lot of the tools of WellTrack are quite related to what students are going through now. And also just to note, as shown on the slide, that WellTrack is for confidential use and is not monitored. So this is something that the counselors will not be monitoring, just to make you aware of that. And just going to our last slide, this is just some additional resources. Again, these can all be found on our website. As you can see, we have Keep Me Safe there, which Steve talked about earlier in amazing detail, of a really great resource. Good to Talk is always something we promote because it's available to students 24/7, 365 days of the year, again with a texting option as well, which I know can be really helpful for some students if that is an easier way for you to communicate. Bounce Back, Together all of these are really great resources. We encourage you to go to our website and have a look at the links if you want some more information. And that is all for us.